Hawaii's towing regulations changed more than 3 years ago, but many drivers still don't know what is or isn't allowed. As our Paul Drews found out, some island businesses are also not following these rules of the road. It's a story that's all new at 6.
Parking in places like Waikiki can be a challenge. Plenty of signs warn drivers of towaway zones or conditions where illegally parked cars will be taken away. Not following those rules could be a costly mistake. This car is towed away at the 7-Eleven along Kalakaua Avenue. The same thing happened to Glenn Emanuel, who drove into Waikiki and parked in the lot when his wife went to check on a nearby business. After a few minutes in 7-Eleven, Glenn also left to get his wife.
As I'm coming into the parking lot for 7-Eleven, I see a tow truck with my car hooked behind it. So I stop the tow truck. He's still in the parking lot. I say, I'm screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
He says the tow truck driver left with his vehicle while he was left with a $183 bill. But according to state law, if your vehicle is hooked up and you arrive on the scene, the tow truck driver is required to unhook the vehicle and not charge you any fees.
Defining what the scene is was one of the amendments that the legislature enacted in 2020. So now it's clear in the law that if you appear on the scene and the scene is anywhere within a 50-foot radius of the hookup location.
Glenn ran into another problem when he called to get his towed car released.
She said, it's going to be $183, cash only. You can pick up the car whenever you want.
That is also not allowed by law.
The towing company is required to accept cash, credit, or debit, whichever of those three methods of payment that you prefer.
When it comes to the cost of your tow, companies can only charge $65 per tow, but can add $7.50 per mile from the scene to the tow yard. They can also add on $75 for a tow with a dolly. There are also storage fees allowed to be charged. $25 for each day for the first 7 days, then $20 a day after that. A single overtime fee can be added for tows between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. during the week or all weekend. And a $30 additional charge for difficult hookup could be added, and a reasonable fee for off-road locations only. But tow companies can never charge a cleaning fee.
You know, we do still get complaints about this, and the law was amended 3 years ago. We're hopeful that with our efforts, the industry can come into full compliance.
After getting his car back, Glenn filed a complaint with the State Office of Consumer Protection, which has an online portal at consumercomplaint.hawaii.gov to address residents' concerns. Now he's pushing to make sure island companies also follow the rules of the road when it comes to towing.
But these people are licensed, and they knowingly, frequently break the law.
Paul Drews, Island News.